What it is, everybody, welcome to NoCap Reactions, a really place on YouTube for unfiltered, broad, straight up honest reactions, no gimmicks, no guff, and definitely no cap. Hey,
Did I do that?
you know how it is, we about to get into some Stevie Knight.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, snap.
Love what he be talking about. He be usually doing commentary on music. You know, reactions to music and stuff. He's about to get into some conversation about Charlie Kirk. I really want to see what the heck he's where his mind is on this. Let's see what he's talking about. Really thank everybody for helping with the channel. We had 83 subscribers at the moment. On the way to 1,000. Let's really get this thing popping, people. I really love y'all. Thank you. Let's grow. But let's go. Like and subscribe.
I live like a capitalist every single day, Shank. They're coming out and they're saying, I'm only here because of affirmative action. Yeah, we know. You do not have the brain processing power to otherwise be taken really serious.
Alright. There's a lot of stuff that he said that I don't agree with, but I don't really fully have the full context on. So we'll see how my vision changes on this. But does that mean he deserved to die? No. Just continue.
I'm sorry, if I see a black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified. No one really cares when it's HR managers. No one cared when it was, just kind of paper shufflers or even engineers. But now when it's like, wait, hold on a second. You're going to remove my appendix and you're a black lesbian.
Yeah, that's the point, Simone Biles. You're representing your nation, you're selfish sociopath. I just said she's probably the greatest gymnast of all time. She's also very selfish, she's immature, and she is a shame to the country. LeBron James is a self-interested, narcissistic, and we know he's not very smart. LeBron James chronically cheats on his wife, obviously.
Let's talk about it. Yeah, as of lately, I've been flooded with videos from those who are in disagreement with me and are justifying Kirk's demise due to things that he has said on the internet, man. And I've put together a compilation of videos that convey this point. So let's do it. Let's start with the most vicious video where Kirk is racially profiling the Asian man in the audience by calling him a chink.
Yeah, you're trying to attack me, which is ridiculous. Like,
Alright, first off, I've seen this before. The dude's name is Chank. Whatever. He's known. See what they got to say.
asking me what my salary is. Sure, I'll reveal it willingly.
You brought
But
it up
listen,
in context. I'm
no,
asking,
no, no,
why don't
hold
you live
on,
like a
hold on,
socialist?
hold on.
Okay. Go live like a socialist.
The point is larger. The point is larger than that, Charlie.
I live like a capitalist every single day, Shank. I live as a
Hey,
capitalist,
hey,
okay?
hey.
I live when I believe.
No.
What do? I get charity every single year.
Hold on.
What's my salary? Less than his.
Charlie, take
Come on,
a seat.
Shank, let's go.
Charlie,
What are you doing? Sit down.
Take a seat. Take a seat.
Psycho?
All right, no. Take a seat. You're gonna take a seat. You're gonna take a seat over here.
Oh my God.
What's my
Alright. First off, people gotta understand what clickbait is. In this business, people gotta put or pick the most craziest stuff out of their videos just to get people to click on their videos and watch it. You know what I'm saying? People like drama. So when he has these discussions, he'll take the most craziest part of it take that out of context and put it in a clip so you guys can click on it and want to go to the actual video and see where that conversation went, or see the full context of that conversation. But this right here, they know each other. They're both rich. They both freaking probably friends or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They've talked to each other personally. I'm pretty sure they set this up probably for the audience to get them all riled up and shit. You know what I'm saying? People do this. I don't think this was real, to be honest. Yeah, I don't think this was real.
My salary?
All right. Ridiculous. All right, behave, everyone. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
I practice what I preach.
Charlie.
You
Stop.
do not practice what you preach.
Charlie.
All right, hold on. Last point.
Last night, Haas and Charlie Kirk were debating, and he asked a question that I thought was out of bounds. He asked what Haas's salary was. Haas wound up answering him, bless his heart. And so I had a simple question.
Y'all seen that smiling point and shit after he said what he had to say and smiled at him? Like, they know each other, man. Like, come on now.
Well, what's your salary, Charlie? Because it looks like they're going to raise about $15 million for Turning Point USA this year. He says it's grassroots.
Bro's first name is Chink.
Chink. It's Chink.
Chank, however you pronounce it, bro. Bro's first name is Chank.
Yeah.
I don't even need to say anything else. Next up, the video where Kirk says black women are idiots and they do not have the brain processing power to be taken seriously.
See, this is one of the things that I took out of context because I did not see the whole video. But let's see what he got to say.
Joy Reid and Michelle Obama and Sheila Jackson Lee and Ketanji Brown Jackson were affirmative action picks, we would have been called the racist. But now they're coming out and they're saying it for us. They're coming out and they're saying, I'm only here because of affirmative action. Yeah, we know. You do not have the brain processing power to otherwise be taken really seriously. You had to go steal a white person's slot to go be taken somewhat seriously. Play cut 52.
But I rise today as a clear recipient of affirmative action, and particularly in higher education. I may have been admitted on affirmative action, both in terms of being a woman and a woman of color, but I can declare that I did not graduate on affirmative action. This is my personal story.
But what I really want to bring attention to is how they're portraying this as if he's generalizing all black women. Charlie Kirk says black women do not have brain processing power. When did he say black women do not have brain processing power? He named these women by their name. They just happen to be black. That does not mean he's racist. That means he said these names with his whole chest, and he's telling people how he feels about these particular women who were picked up by affirmative action. And affirmative action is a very contentious topic. Everyone does not agree upon affirmative action, and they have the right to have differing opinions on affirmative action, which does not mean that they're racist.
That's absolutely right. We should be able to have a conversation without violence. We should be able to have a debate without violence. See, if Hitler, let's take that. If Hitler did not kill nobody, you know what he would be? Just a regular motherfucker with a fucked up mustache. He would literally be a regular person with different views, sitting in his house with a fucked up mustache. That's it. You want to know one thing that I have never heard Kirk say? that anybody that he has debated with or whatever, who's on the other side, whoever's had an abortion or whatever, I've never heard him say they deserve to die.
Yes, they deserve to die, and I hope they burn in hell.
I've never heard him celebrate anybody's death. The one thing I respect him for is that he gave a platform for everybody to have a conversation, regardless of what that conversation was or where anybody's views was. It's crazy. All for an opinion, y'all. Let's go.
Hell, I don't like affirmative action. Does that mean that I deserve to die? The entitlement, bro. How dare he say something negative about the black women that we love? Just because y'all love him don't mean he got to fucking love them. He has his reasons. Right? Joy Reid, come on now. Joy Reid, come on now. Right? And I know the black community is all enticed and enamored by Michelle Obama, but everybody don't feel that way. Including me. Including a whole bunch of people that got this on their skin. Does that mean they racist? Nah, it just means we don't like that motherfucker. It don't matter if she's white, black, Asian, Hispanic, whatever the fuck. We just do not like what that woman is. We don't like how this particular person is for whatever reason. And we have the right to have our opinion about that. But does that mean that they're racist? No. But the glaring issue about this is how they're trying to paint bro as a racist because he felt some type of way about 4 particular women. Just the simple fact that one of his first hires was Candace fucking Owens, bro. Last time I checked, she was black. I mean, there's a bunch of black folks that don't consider Candace Owens black.
Yeah. One thing I want to say about that. There's one thing that I hate that my people do. And that is, we got to stop dumbing ourselves down. We got to stop looking at somebody that speaks properly or that is smart or sophisticated and say, oh, you act white.
That's bullshit!
Being smart is not white. Being sophisticated is not white. Talking properly, saying your words properly is not white. If you're taught English and you speak those words properly, that does not mean that you're white or talk white or want to be white or whatever. You motherfuckers will see a smart black man and say he's a lame. We got to stop dumbing ourselves down. All right, let's go.
Because of what she says. And if you ask me, that's much more racist than anything Kirk has uttered, because Kirk has never based anything off the color of your skin. It's all about policy. But here you have a collection of black folk that are targeting specific black folk because of the color of their skin and the fact that they say things. Right? So, I mean, who's more racist in all this, bro? But anyway, let's continue.
Do not battle racists with racism. You don't. I don't see how black people can sit there and just say C-word this, C-word that, and be okay with it, knowing that they're not okay with white people will be walking around saying N-word this, N-word that. So why do it yourself? Come on, y'all.
The whole black pilot conversation. How dare he say anything about a black pilot? All right, I'll give y'all a little more context where he's going back and forth with a black individual about this particular topic.
So when you see a black pilot, you wonder, boy, is that person there because they earned it or because they were placed there? That's what DEI does. It makes you ask questions you otherwise would not ask.
The airline industry is going to take an unqualified person just based off diversity.
Underqualified, not
underqualified. Underqualified, whatever, uncertified, and put them in a cockpit and risk people's lives?
Those are two different things. Under and un are two different things. Of course, United Airlines will not take someone off the side of the street and put them into a pilot. But in order to reach a 40% goal, they might cut corners. They might accelerate the process in order to reach a goal. We know this through all sorts of DEI examinations and projects over the last 10 years. When you have to choose in life, either excellence or racial quotas will end up being the most important, and both cannot simultaneously.
This conversation has.
I understand what he's saying here, but there's some things I don't agree in. Where the fact is, nobody mentions that black people has been going through this for years to get. There's plenty of black people that has learned and trained to be the best at what they do, only to not get the job because a white man comes in and they get the job just because they white, even though the other black man is more qualified or has more experience. And that has happened for freaking years. And I do understand what he's saying. He ain't wrong. But that's got to be mentioned as well. You know, yes, they have put black people in positions because some companies tried to put up a quota or look good or whatever, not look like they're not hiring other ethnicities. But this has been going on for black people for years. Since we've been here. I'm just saying, acknowledge that as well. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue.
Absolutely nothing to do with someone being black. It has all to do with policy. You take black away. Could be someone Asian. Was that Asian? It would never be that because Asians excel in everything academic wise. But here we're taking people that are underqualified than others that are more.
And that's the thing. It should not matter the color that you are, regardless. And that's what his point is. I understand that. It shouldn't matter what color you are. If you're qualified and there's other people that's underqualified, they shouldn't get the job. That person that's qualified, no matter what color they is, they should be getting that job. Point blank, period.
Or qualified. That is a topic of conversation. It just so happens that those that are underqualified compared to their superior competitors are being picked over due to the color of their skin. That is not fair. That's not based off merit and has nothing to do with race, all to do with policy. I can't stand DEI either, bro. It's detrimental to society, bro, because it's not conducive of best performance. It's not conducive of the most proficient. And it's not conducive of excellence. It's conducive of mediocrity. Say, for instance, the roles was reversed and black people were the ones that excel in everything. We'll flip it. You, as a black person, scored off the charts on everything, pilot, 100. 110, however the ranking system is. Your destiny with being a pilot is written. You that motherfucker. Your whole life, people have been telling you that. You know it is by how much better you are than everybody. This is your passion, what you love. And it's time to get picked up by Delta. You get selected over by, let's say it's someone you're familiar with. You know that they're not a better pilot than you. You got better.
I mean, I don't see really the point in this. Like he's trying to explain this to black people. I mean, I understand what he's saying. I understand his point. I mean, but I feel that we have been going through this for years, being over-selected by the white man just because they're white. I mean, it's not pointless. He's not wrong. You feel me? But we have been going through this for years. It's not something new. It's not something that that hasn't been happening. People know this, but I don't know. The way he's speaking it, to me, it feels like he's talking to us like it hasn't happened to us before. Like, it has. But, you know, we can't use that as an excuse. There's still ways for us to come up, move on, whatever. They can't stop it. It don't matter. Let's move on.
Scores you fly better. Maybe you even know of them personally, right? And they happen to be a Pakistani lesbian woman. Is that fair? It's the logical way to view things. But, you know, we're here viewing things. Well, not we're. Y'all are here viewing things with an emotional lens. Logic no longer exists. And you label someone a racist for it when there's not a racist. Well, I don't know. I can't even say that. I can't say he's not racist, right? I would never know what's going on in someone's head or how they think if they're hiding it from me. But from everything I've seen Kirk say and how he presents himself, how he articulates himself, how he justifies his perspective and his point, I have not seen a racist undertone in anything. It's just people putting this label on him because of how they feel about what he says. Most of y'all won't even entertain the justification of his perspectives because you're already emotionally triggered by a statistic that he's provided for you. You know, blacks kill more than anybody. It's going to trigger a bunch of people, mainly in the black demographic.
I mean, we do. I'm not going to even fake the phone. We brag about it. Everybody thinks they a killer. They with this, that, whatever. I mean, there is a lot of that. But if you put a bunch of people that are hungry in a society and they see anybody gaining, they're going to want that. There's going to be people. Not everybody in that society is messed up. We all know that. But there's always going to be ones that is. And with everybody hungry, they're going to try to take. And that's why people in the hood, you know, there's good ones that carry guns too, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, we got to protect ourselves. And it's not like it's, you know, everybody's bad or whatever. It's just everybody's hungry. Everybody's looking for the next come up. Everybody's looking for the next whatever. The next person that comes in that got it. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue.
Graphic. And they're so triggered that they're not even going to sit there and listen to the justification for it. But if you look at the statistics per capita, that's the fact. Literally angry.
That is facts. It is facts. Regardless, if you look at the statistics, blacks kill more than any other race. We do. I mean, it's what it is.
Yeah, facts. And you come up with all this victimhood and subjugation and redlining and slavery and the sob story. Everybody got a sob story, but it's how you get over the sob story. right? Speaking of that, I got a video for that one. We'll take a brief intermission of me cutting through the videos that's got everybody triggered, man. But there's a video I just came across that drives that point perfectly. Where is it? Where that motherfucker go?
Right. So when segregation ended, right, black people, or when slavery ended, actually, black people were just forced wherever, right? So they had nowhere to go. And then there was laws put in place to put them into prison, and after...
Okay. It's okay. No. What's your name? Guys, what's your name? Jackson. It takes a lot of courage to come up here.
Yeah, no,
let's just take a deep breath. I'm not here to pick on you.
No,
I appreciate it.
Together.
No, it's okay. I know that this can be very intimidating getting a crowd like this.
See, I don't think he's racist at all. Because he's talking to this man with respect. A racist person wouldn't do that. Racist person wouldn't do that.
So just take a deep breath. Let me make your argument. I'm going to make your argument for you, and I'm going to tell you why I think it's wrong. Okay?
Okay, yeah.
Is that fair?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so the argument that is being made, that you want to make, is that there's legacies of injustice.
Yes.
And that those legacies impact one generation after the other, and when those things get handed down, you have what is a system or a systemic issue that isn't just isolated in 2024. So the argument that you're making is that what happened in 1954 does impact 2024 of decade after decade after decade. Let me tell you my response to that. Of course there is some truth to that. However, every culture, every person in this audience can point to issues that families or generations prior had that we're able to overcome. So the question is, why is it that Black America is one of the only populations, that and Native American populations, that have not been able to overcome such evil horrors?
And see, this I understand to an extent. You feel me? Like, people going through so many hard times, they look for things to subsidize that, to comfort that. And if a system puts something in there that's so easy to grab and so addictive, then yes, that's gonna fuck up a society regardless, especially if they're poor in a poor society or whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's just a bunch of people trying to ease their stress of whatever their life may be. Like, I've been there. I've never been a drug addict, but I've known people that are good people, even though they do whatever. People go through hard times and they do whatever they do to cope with their life. Everybody has something. Everybody has something, regardless of what that is. If it's regardless of what it is. But everybody has to find something that's not hurting them or anybody else to help them cope with whatever they're dealing with. Whether that's therapy, a little bit of blood, whatever it is. We don't hurt nothing. Let's go.
Injustices. Here's my perspective, and I want to hear what you have to say. Is that the number one way to keep people out of poverty, lower the crime rate, and have a better society is whether or not you have a mom and a dad around. Would we agree that's an ideal? Yeah? Cool. Yeah. And so what happened in 1964 is that
The thing. That's the other thing. The other thing I want to say. Regardless of if these people put it in our hoods, we have our own choices. We have our own choices. You don't have to be doing that. Regardless if, don't have to. So it's hard to put that excuse out there or go along with that excuse, because people have can make their own decisions to do what they need to do or want to do or whatever. You know this is messing up your life and you don't like it, don't do it. You have that choice. No, it's hard. I understand it. But you do have that choice, and it's your choice.
5% of black youth were raised by a single mom. Today, it's nearly 75%, about 70%. So that means that 1 in 4 black kids will have a father around. Only 1 in 4. That's the number one issue happening in the country, and it's not because of systemic racism. I'd like to hear what you have to say about that.
Okay, so I think...
All right. See this? I don't see him as a racist. You see how respectful he is to this man, even though he's black. He's giving him a chance to speak. He's apologizing. He's doing this, doing that, but whatever. But that's it. I do think he is misunderstood, because there's plenty of black people that's out here working a 9 to 5, fucking, out here grinding, doing their thing, working 40, 50, 60 hours a week, and it's not enough to pay their bills. Salaries for us is not that high. I mean, I don't care what nobody says. I've known people that get the same job and be getting paid more just because of the color of their skin. But what I'm saying is, I've known good freaking people who's working hard to feed their family, but they're not making enough, so they get a little bud. I mean, they get some bud and try to make some extra money, and then they get caught up and get put in jail. It's not all bad people. Like, there's a lot of black people that's been put in jail just because of drugs, because they're trying to make some extra money to feed their family. There is black people that work a job that's not enough to pay their bills, and we're already working 40, 50, 60 hours a week and don't have time to get another job. So they do something to make some extra money and get caught up. And that's what he don't understand. Not everybody that goes to jail for drugs or goes to jail, I mean, is bad. Really. And that was a lot of the reasons why there was no fathers at home. I'm not saying it's the main reason. He ain't wrong, because we didn't have enough fathers in the homes.
I misjudged you at first.
Bro, mic drop. Mic drop, bro. Like, what racism? All this is holding the black community accountable. But since he's white, he's racist, right? You see a black man, me, holding the black community accountable. No, you're a coon because you don't see it from our perspective. You're attacking us, right? All he's doing is holding the black community accountable, and accountability gets you to the top. But black folks are so emotionally driven, emotionally played, emotionally capitalized off of. When you lift that veil and actually listen to what someone's saying that has an opposing perspective than you, which is meant to help the black community in the grand scheme of things, dog, it gets flipped into you're racist, bro. He ain't utter not a damn word of racism, bro. Bro knew how to articulate Cuz's point better than he could. But even with that, black folks are going to come up with a reason or excuse. It's because of this. It's because of that. It's because of mass incarceration. It's because of the introduction of crack cocaine into the hood in the 60s and 70s. It's because of this. It's because of that, bro. Everybody got their sob story.
I mean, that's a part of it, but we don't have to use that as an excuse. There's plenty of people that's been in bad homes and came out fine. Because of their mindset that they wanted to do better or be better, not do what their family or whatever used to do. We make our own decisions.
And they all got over it, right? The Jews, Holocaust, 6 million of them died, bruh. Everything taken from them. What's the narrative of Jews now, bro? They run it. They got money. They not worried. Asians, they have their history here too. The top earning race in America per capita. Right? Hell, even others that share our same melanin in Africa, bro, they can't stand African Americans because of this lazy, victimhood, entitled perspective that infects the whole community, bro. And once you be able to realize that, have some accountability, rip that shit off, dog, then you excel, bro. I used to live that life, dog. Victimhood like a motherfucker, bro. Rip that fucking mask off, dog. Shit, winning. Net worth, bro. When I was a victim, I didn't have not an ounce of net worth, bro. Whatever the damn feds put in my damn bank account, bro. Spending money on bullshit, dog. But then you take that mask off, and now you're not looking through a black lens. You're looking through a whole world lens. You're taking everybody's information, everybody's game, everybody's perspective into consideration. Broadening your entire perspective, bro. The world opens up, and that was the goal. That was the goal, dog. But you know, motherfuckers can't handle that mirror until they're ready to handle that mirror, dog. What else? The abortion video that went viral on Jubilee.
So if you had a daughter and she was 10 and she got raped and she was going to give birth and she was going to live, would you want her to go through that?
The answer is yes, the baby would be delivered.
I can't play that because if I play that, Jubilee gonna demonetize it, man. But if you were one of these angry blue-haired feminists that feel he needs to die because of his belief on abortion, then you're the fucking devil, bro. You need to go watch that video in its entirety and see his justification for it, bro. He cooked. His justification for it is that we don't commit evil after evil. That life that was formed due to evil does not deserve to be taken because of evil. You don't follow evil with evil. And then the woman goes on to say, well, it's not a life. Life don't matter. It's just a clump of cells. Who gives a fuck? The baby's life, your daughter's life is more important. Right? Whether you disagree, his justification for it came from a good place. It came from a good place, but he deserved to die because of his conviction in God. He deserves to die because of his conviction.
Now, I'm not for abortion. I'm not against it. I don't care. You know, I believe women can do whatever they want with their bodies. But I also believe in what he's saying. I mean, you don't destroy evil with evil. I mean, you can turn something bad into something good. You can bring that person up to where that person can make a difference in somebody's life. You don't know if that person was meant to be there for somebody else or whatever the case may be. There could be a prophecy for that baby that you don't even know about, that you messed up. Just saying. Yeah, let's say, put it this way. People say that there's always somebody for somebody. What if you just destroyed that somebody that was out there for somebody? And now they don't get that person. But let's continue.
In God, what we're talking about. It's not about abortion. It's not about life. It's a conviction in God. Everybody has the right to live. He said you have two ultrasounds. You have two ultrasounds. One comes from a loving couple. One comes from the act of a grape. Which one is it? Which can you tell which one it is? And the woman goes on trying to illegitimize the life period, but the fact remains you cannot tell.
I mean, everybody deserves a chance to live. Put it that way.
They both deserve life regardless of how they got here. And I'm not a pro-lifer. I'm not a pro-abortion. It is what it is. I'm just emphasizing his point. Right? But he deserved to die because of that. Where you literally have women out here saying he deserved to die because of that.
He deserves to be because he said that if his daughter got raped, she would have to go through with the pregnancy. So I don't care that he got shot.
What else? Oh, the LeBron, the gymnast. I can't even remember the gymnast's name. I gave her fucking smoke too. I've given LeBron smoke too, bro. At the end of the day, he has never targeted black people. He's always isolated particular people that happen to be black. And this is the problem, bro. First of all, the people that have become demonic because of the short second reels that they watch with no context, it just shows how much of an idiot y'all are and how y'all are getting puppeteered and played. Everything entirely out of context. So that lets me know that if you're this pissed off about a fucking short snip that you saw that you didn't have any context on, you're a fucking idiot and you're a goddamn demon because you allowed yourself to get this fucking psychotic based on something that's not even true. You're looking at a lie. You're looking at a manufactured narrative that they've created to make you feel this way about someone that feels the entire opposite. In reality, you're not going to find any video out here that highlights this man as a racist, highlights this man as a white supremacist, highlights this man as any of these negative things that y'all are putting on him. Y'all are just falling for the bullshit and falling for the propaganda. People out here thinking he deserves to die because of his pro-Israel stance. That means everybody that's pro-Israel deserves to die. You have the right to have that opinion, and he ain't the first one to have that opinion. That's probably the biggest contention throughout our entire history, bro. That shit's biblical. And we're sitting here getting mad at him because he feels a certain way that people have felt for eons. Who the fuck is you to think he deserves to die because of? Who the fuck is you, Jesus? But at the end of the day, it just shows who you are, right? That you were easily played, that you are you're sheep. You're in the fucking matrix. You're doing exactly what the fuck they want you to do by showing you these little pockets of shit that don't have no truth to it, no context to it, and you running and gunning to the point that's pow. And then don't even let me get into the black people, bro. So disappointed, dog. This is even eye-opening, more eye-opening for me to see that you all can come with so much vitriol for someone that is not a fucking racist. But it's the same thing. You allow these little short-second reels to fuck you up in the head to be thinking that this man is Hitler. And then it shows how entitled black people are. How dare this man have anything negative to say about anybody that's black? He can't have an opinion on LeBron James because LeBron James is black. He can't have an opinion on Michelle Obama because of Michelle Obama is black. And then y'all fall for the narrative of him saying black people when he not a nan said black people about nothing. Only thing he's generalized were statistics. Statistically, black people do this. Statistically, black people do that. Statistically, there are 1 in 4 black fathers in the household. Statistically, blacks kill the most people in America per capita. Statistics is what's pissing y'all off. But then y'all fall for it and get played. So ain't no talking to y'all. Ain't no talking to y'all, bro. Ain't no talk, and I know that. I realize that, bro. It's like it is what it is. You're gonna have to go through your own journey to come out the other side to truly be awakened around this motherfucker, dog. They've done it on purpose because black folks are so emotionally driven, so emotionally triggered, so easily capitalized off on because of their emotions, bro. Well, Charlie Kirk don't like Juneteenth. A lot of black folks don't like Juneteenth. Hell, the majority of black people in America didn't know shit about Juneteenth until after George Floyd died.
I mean, I agree. We are very emotional. Y'all shooting and killing because this person said this person said that, this person called me this person wearing that, all this other stupid bullshit. Come on, man. We do gotta wake up. We do. That gang shit's so overrated. So overrated. You right. With motherfuckers fighting over stupid shit. Killing over stupid shit. You repping this, you repping that. I mean, I understand. Being in a small society and people's trying to belong somewhere. They're trying to, be a part of something. It's more things to be a part of. It's more things to be a part of. Create something else to be a part of. Make your own group. But he's right.
Juneteenth was only used as a propaganda piece to get the black vote. Juneteenth really should piss you off because look now what the Democrats is doing. Played, bro. Juneteenth was only celebrated in Texas. And that there was a little pocket of black folks that know the history, they knew it. But for the most part, black folks didn't know shit about Juneteenth. But the government knew, if we can get all black folks to believe this day was the real day slavery was ended and get the Democratic vote behind it, bro, we got them. We got them. Played like a fucking fiddle, bro. That's why Juneteenth pisses me off for how it's politically used to capitalize off black folks where we have these crazies out here doing the shit that they fucking doing. And I hate to get so political, bro. This video was just meant to call out the cap, call out the bullshit, bro. But y'all ain't gonna recognize it. Ain't nothing nobody can say to y'all that are gone to the point to celebrating the man's death, bro. Y'all are cooked. Y'all are cooked. I just hope y'all continue to cook yourselves. When I post this and read the comments of y'all motherfuckers still trying to figure out a way to demonize him, demonize me, say he's Hitler, say I'm an Uncle Tom, blah, 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 blah. All y'all doing is telling on y'all fucking self, bro. And the more y'all telling yourself, the more y'all can identify yourself, the more we can really get this fracture popping off where we can separate good from evil. Because y'all motherfuckers is evil. Right? Y'all victim to it. Y'all don't fucking know better because y'all can't think for yourself. Right? Group think. Group fucking think, bro. But anyway, with that, find me a fucking video of Kirk out here really being on some racist shit, dog, and we'll talk about it. But until that, bro, y'all are out here celebrating a man's assassination that only wanted the greater good. His version of the greater good. And even if you ain't fucking with that, his whole MO was to have anybody, regardless of their race, religion, background, age, whomever, come and debate him so we can have conversations, because that's everything wrong in the world, bro. That we're not allowed to disagree. And if you disagree with me, that means you have to die. The biggest problem in the history of people, period, and you see it live in effect, bro. This was meant to have different perspective, polar opposite perspective. Just be able to discuss it, have open dialogue, thought-provoking conversations to turn perspectives, which he did, but it brought the demons out, dog. It brought the demons out where you get killed over conversation. So, anyway, thoughts?
Now, first off, I want to give my condolences to Charlie. With that said, They got us. I don't mean this like I'm trying to take anything away from Kirk's death or anything. They got us. This is a distraction. They picked the perfect time, perfect person to distract you guys. This hits freedom of speech. This hits if a person should be killed for being able to speak their mind. This hits. They now hitting trans the LGBT. I can never say that. LGBTQ community. They hitting racism. They hitting everything with this. And they got us all talking and fighting. When we... this Epstein stuff and all, I mean, they got us. We are all distracted. I'm just saying, let's turn this into good. Turn this into something positive. All this fighting and harangue for a man's death is ridiculous. This is something right now that has to bring us together, or the proof is out there, y'all. It's out there. Open your minds. Do your research. He was not a racist. He didn't hate gays. That's one thing I've never heard him say. He did not say trans should die. He did not say people that have done abortions should die. But we got all these people saying that he should die. Just for speaking. Like he said, like the man said. Get in them comments, y'all. Thoughts. Alright, that's a wrap for this reaction. You already know how we do. Straight facts, no cap. Appreciate everybody joining me today. Appreciate everybody. Comment, like, subscribe. You feel me? Once again, I want to give condolences to Charlie Kirk's family. Good. Like, subscribe, y'all. Appreciate everybody. Love y'all.